Hey, it's a shorter video than the other time, so hopefully this one should work. I'm still trying to find a way to get the other ones to work, so I was trying to look up grade card tier list. Come on, don't spoil it. I was trying to look up an upgrade card tier list because I thought that would be a cool video if I ranked all the cards you could get in between floors for Dandy Foil. I might make one of them, but we're not there. So I looked that up, and then I got gamerant, of course, ranking the tunes in Dandy's Foil. So I thought, I'm gonna go through this tier list, and I'm gonna try to see where they might have been right, where they might be wrong, or where it's so wrong I can laugh at it. Come on, just give me a little bit. I'll be back in 30 seconds most. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna just go through the tier list and we're gonna see what's wrong with it. 2-minute read. We're gonna make it a lot longer than 2 minutes. Alright, so each tune's different play style, different stats and unique abilities. So yeah. Different enemies from the way you eat. So, the best strategy, of course, is to... Who would have guessed that the point of the game is avoiding it? Hold on. Alright, we're gonna start with the Vajra. Vajra, I would say, is one of the few placements I agree with. Vajra has pretty good stats. You can get, move speed trinkets fairly early, or at least you used to. With Twisted Toodles originally being common, and this came out at that time because they don't have any of the new ones. They don't have Kelly update tunes, so there we go. So I agree with Vajra being S tier. Now Brightney. This is a funny one. Brightney has 1 stealth. I thought the best strategy was stealth. So then the 1 stealth character is an S tier. Hold on, wait. Hold on, I'm actually curious. I was reading a bit ahead before we got there. A tier now. We went over Roger and Brett. Poppy. How is Poppy an A tier? How? All Poppies do is they mess up Dandy runs, they attract Twisteds to you, and then they just die by 4-3. They are not A tier. Astro, that makes sense, yeah. And I agree with V. V and Astro, I would say, make sense for A tier. Boxton, I believe it's more of a B tier, but I can see someone's argument with that. Toodles in B tier. I'd say that fits. Toodles being in B tier. They work well for beginners, and they just kind of average, which isn't bad. Basil and Dazzle. They're hard to play, but when you get through the hard to play aspects of it, it definitely can be a B tier, or even an A tier or something. Especially with the ribbon spool rework, it definitely could be a B or A tier. Alright, hold on. So Shrimpo, the hard mode character, which is meant to be the hardest character, and meant to be unfriendly for beginners, and have the hardest survivability. That's in B tier. And then you have a C tier below it. Wow. And she just scraps... Wait, hold on. I thought the... Wait. Hide or run away. So I thought, Pebble, literally, even if they find you, you just run away. Pebble is like the mindless character. You can kind of find that out when I'm probably gonna upload one of, like, my gameplay videos, because I did like a 3-hour Pebble run, got to like 423, or like 22. When my previous record was 13. Pebble is not a C tier. They're like an A or S or something. Scraps haven't really used, so I can't really say much about them. And Goob is fast. They're basically like a Pebble, but like easier to get than Pebble. So, I don't know. Let's see. Once you unlock one of them, you can survive most levels. Right knee. Despite however average stats. With it, you can turn life for 8 seconds. This is especially useful for directing distance. That is quite literally the only thing it does. No shit, it's especially useful in that situation, because that's the only time you can use it. Yeah, it actually bans you. You can't use the ability if you're not in the blackout. Roger. High extraction speed. Placement research. That makes sense, yeah. Pop. This is what you need if you're tired of dying from twisted. So you know what Pebble does, because you put them in C tier. And yet you're saying Poppy has more survivability? Poppy requires you to take damage. Pebble doesn't. Sponsored content. 5G home. Oh, it's just all this stuff. Okay. But yeah, that's like, I don't understand how they messed up that article so badly. I mean, it was a fun little short adventure, like, well, 7 minutes, but like, I'm just like, how do you not know that Pebble is better at surviving stuff than Shrimpo? They put Shrimpo in B tier and Pebble in C tier. I am not forgetting that. Also, by the way, if you want to say that the story at the beginning is false, look, if you look up here, Dandy's Wild Card tier list. I looked this up. Dandy's Wild Toon tier list. Hold on, character tier list. I want to remix this list. Logged in and published a list. I think this is a joke. Or is this like... Wait, hold on. So, the remix... Logged in. Sign in with Google. Well, I'm gonna make my own tier list of the characters. We're gonna make a better tier list than that one. So, let me move. Okay. Dandy's Wild. Gonna look this up. We're gonna find a cartoon tier list. We're gonna make this one character tier list. So our tiers for this one, actually we'll just keep it as normal. So I don't know why they put Toodles first, but I'm gonna rank it in order of how I got the characters. And we'll keep all the ones I don't have, we'll do them last. So, Boxton. I started with this one. Where do I want to put in? B tier. Boxton is like, it's good. It's good to start with Boxton. I talked about that in my beginner's guide, which took like 2 hours. I'm probably going to rework that one. Because I'm not doing 2 hours of footage again. I'm just gonna do 2 different ones. 2 different parts. So, next up, I got... Which one did I get next? I think I got Toodle. Yeah, I got Poppy, then Roger, then Toodle. Poppy D. That's probably, gonna be some controversial take, I bet, but Poppy's in D tier. I could probably say Poppy's the worst in the game, because at least Shrimpo is funny how bad they are. Shrimpo is funny how bad they are. Poppy just isn't. Because Shrimpo players are also competent. However, Poppy players are just like, oh no, I accidentally led the enemy right into you or activated Twisted Roger as you're doing a machine. And now you're dead. So, Poppy, in my opinion, is just the worst one, kind of just from that stigma. Toodles, A tier. They're good when you're new to the game. It helps you get, it could help you get to, double-digit floors for the first time, because, beginner's luck and stuff. Obviously, you do need skill, but, with Toodles, you can, boost your skill a little bit. Then I got Roger. S tier. Might be biased, but Roger is going in S tier just because I get a good amount of research from him. In fact, Roger is the reason I have Pebble in the first place. So I really can't be mad. I kind of have to like him. So there we go. Next up, Shrimpo. D tier, but above Poppy, because Shrimpo players have skill. I'm not afraid to say it. Shrimpo players have skill, unlike Poppy players. What's the next one I got? Razzle Dazzle, yeah. B tier, above Boxton. Their extra extraction speed and movement speed is really good, and if you find ways to balance out the speed debuffs and extraction speed debuffs, you basically just have better starting characters. You basically have a better starting character for it, but they are sort of expensive to get, so that's why they're only in B instead of in, A. Next one. What did I get as the next one? Yeah, Brightney. C tier. Brightney isn't bad. The idea for Brightney is definitely a strong one, and it works well. The problem is, Brightney is useless. Practically useless, unless there's a blackout. And since I get rarely any, I don't often see a good amount of value in using Brightney. Next up, yeah, I got Tisha. Tisha's an A tier. Tisha lets you give your friends, movement speed buffs. And they naturally start with higher movement speed and skill checks, which nowadays was, now, after the skill check rework, is definitely useful. If it was, before the skill check rework, I would put Tisha probably in, C tier, but, now that there is the skill check rework, I would definitely say Tisha's an A tier. Next up, Pebble. I think you know where this one's going. S tier. S tier. Pebble is going in S tier. You can basically outrun almost everything. So, what's the point of fearing dying if you can just run in circles and everything forgets you exist? So, theoretically, Pebble gets you to the highest floors, which is probably why he's the only one that requires you to get to 420 to do all the mastery. Next up, this isn't now, at this point. Oh wait, I have to do scraps. I haven't played them, so they go in B tier. But their ability seems useful, so they go above Boxton. Also, they have highest stamina in the game, so fair enough. Now I'm on to characters that I just don't have, so I'm going to be ranking them based on the order I'm probably going to get them. Starting with Astro. I've gotten Astro a bit. Astro and V are the next two ones I'm close to getting. So, but I'm closer with Astro. I'm not putting an S, I'm putting an A tier. But it's like the top of A tier. It's like barely not an S. Mainly because with Astro, it more of like relies on if you're playing with other people. This is more of like a single player stance. We're looking at it through the lens of if you don't have friends with you in the lobby, how good are they? That's why boxing's kind of down the middle, because even though their ability is they get like extra extraction speed when other people are in the lobby, you count as a person, so you get an extra 6% speed all the time. And even though Tish's ability boosts movement speed, you still have good movement speed. Astro, they get stamina regeneration faster, which is good. That's why they're an A tier. But, like, their active ability, it doesn't give you stamina. It only gives the people around you stamina, so it doesn't help as much. V, S tier. What more do I have to say? V is the fastest machine, is the best Mac rusher in the game. They have 5-star extraction speed and 4-star skill check, which is just broken with gold skill checks now. Mic check, you can just see where the twisteds are about every minute. You can know if they're right next to you or if they're on the other side of the map. And you can know where the final machine is because of the highlighting. So if you're like me and struggle for like 3 minutes looking for one machine at the end of the floor, now you don't need to worry about it. So V's and S tier. Next up, Goob. I'll get Goob, I guess, at some point. B tier, mainly because the distracting. The distracting and the fact that even though you might have low stats in other places, you still do good. Man, Brightney's kind of alone in C. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. Well, not. Shrimpo's going up to. Poppy's the only one that gets to be in D tier. Roger gets moved down to A, I guess. Roger will get moved down to A. Shelly. Or am I gonna get Flutter or Tegan? I actually don't know what order I'm gonna get these last three. I have barely any research on Shelly, so Shelly's probably gonna be one of the last ones I get. So we'll go with the other ones. Tegan, they have about normal stats. Their ability is like you can spend 100 tapes and heal yourself every like 100 seconds. Which is good. It's a good ability. But if you're in that situation where you need to use that, how are you going to be surviving the other 100 seconds? You're just going to be taking damage and you lost 100 tapes. With the record, 100 tapes in Dandy's shop equals a med kit, which heals 2 health. And you spent that 2 health possibility on 1 health. So, Tegan, I would say D tier. Not C, C tier. Tisha goes in the middle. Now we have more of a bell curve type thing, I guess. Because Tisha's like a bit like less good in single player because you can't really do a lot of stuff. Especially since you can't, with Tegan, you can't have other people distracting you. Well, distracting the twisted so that way you can heal and stay alive. So you basically are just losing health and tapes. I think Flutter's ability is you just go fast. No, Poppy, you are not moving up in the tier list. So I think I'm going to do some rearranging. Tisha goes there. Flutter, I think they're just faster. Astro, like, goes there. I think that's a good way of putting it. Shelly, Shelly's a support tool, but they're still good. So I'm gonna put them in S tier, but like below Astro. See, look, now I'm not recommending new players to get Poppy instead of Boxton. Because let's be honest here, Boxton is the better of the two. Because at least you don't have to take damage to get the extra extraction speed. Can't you tell I hate Poppy? Yeah, so that's the video. I'll probably try to find a way to upload that 3-hour long, like, Pebble 422 run I got. Technically I got the 422, but I did like 21 floors, and then I got like 3 twisted spawning right next to the elevator on 422 with a blackout, so I just kind of gave up. Also, I was really tired, so yeah. I'll upload that soon, but for right now, that's the tier list. And that was the video, so like, subscribe if you like it. Well, like the video if you like it, comment down below what you might want to see in future videos, and subscribe if you want to get subpar content as soon as it comes out. And nothing else to say. Good rest of your day. Goodbye for right now.